day.
With the thing that should be that we're not talking about, men should just listen. Sometimes women just want to be listened to and they don't want advice. Or anyone, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying is sometimes it's just nice to say the thing that you wanted to say out loud, even if people aren't like, I have advice about it. It's just be like, I want to say this. And you're like, oh, fucking said it.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice.
But it's problematic. It can then be problematic when you're the type of person like me that just says everything. It's like, hold some of it in. It's a lot.
Yeah. No.
Just shut the fuck up sometimes.
I think oversharing is fine. I'm an oversharer. I overshare a lot. Sometimes way too much. Whoa, it's awful.
You are?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I would not have guessed that about you.
Well, we're not friends. So I will overshare for sure. Not soon, but at some point, pretty soon.
Oh, I'll overshare with the person who's doing my pedicure.
Yeah, give me another drink and I'm sharing.
Yeah, all right. Cheers.
Cheers. Let's switch seats. This is the worst fucking thing that I've ever done. I absolutely hate this.
We both look awful. Ugh. This is awful.
Ugh, on sweatpant day of all days.
Yeah, I was going to say y'all both look awful.
Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you, Ben.
You know, I did it just to fuck with you guys.
Sorry, Ben. I just want to be liked. I didn't mean that.
It's okay. I can take a lot of abuse.
We need a catchphrase for Ben. Ben needs a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Think about what you want your catchphrase to be, Ben.
Okay.
That sounded kind of sexy. He was like, I can take a lot of abuse. I like that.
In the least sexual. Matt
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Ben can't produce the podcast anymore because Jamie came on to him.
Made it awkward.
I have a friend who almost got canceled for doing, he posted right in the height of the Me Too movement. What an idiot. He's so stupid. Right in the height, like the day everyone's posting hashtag Me Too. He just goes, hashtag not me. Which is so stupid.
Is he a comic?
Yes, he is a comic. Yes, I get it. But, oh my God, that wasn't the time to do it. If you're going to make a joke, whatever, make your joke. But, and I get it, whatever, it was a joke. I thought it was funny. But I also understand why it was not the right time to do that. And he really...
I
went through the ringer on it.
I think people should be allowed to do whatever they want to do, but then take the consequences. Then take the consequences.
They shouldn't be able to do what they want to do.
Well, then take the consequences, and you're going to get raped in prison.
I don't think that's how it works.
Is that not how that
works? Do
works?
people still rape in prison, you think?
I think it is hilarious how like the most macho dudes will just fuck other dudes in prison.
Oh, yeah. And then they're like, it's prison gay, but it's not like, oh man, I knew this. I met this guy in Austin who is a drug dealer, and his name is, I don't know anything else besides that. He's the most terrifying small Hispanic man I've ever met. He went to prison for a very long time. And we're hanging out with him one day, and we're sitting at these picnic tables at a bar. He's got like two little twinks with him. We don't know that he's gay at this point or that he's bi. We don't know anything about the man except for he's terrifying. I saw him like slap a person 3 times my size, and he's like your size. He's like, I'll fucking kill you, bitch. And he's like, yes, sir, I'm sorry. And we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Except for I'm skinnier, right?
Well, he's pretty skinny. But yeah, you look great.
Just say it. God damn.
Yes, you look fine. I'll never give you an actual compliment. No, you look great, Jamie. Almost as good as this Mexican drug dealer.
God damn it.
But this guy's crazy. Like, he'll be like, you guys want to hang out? And we're like, yeah. He's like, I'll be outside in 10 minutes. And he comes up in a limo or like a party bus all the time. He gives us rides to different places, strip clubs, bars, all this stuff. You know, he may or may not be offering free cocaine to everyone. I don't do that stuff.
How did you meet this person?
A friend. I got a guy. No,
moving on. Okay.
No, a friend of mine. This is actually funny. This says a lot about my friend. My friend loves to do things for the stories, and so he's sitting in the bar. He'd moved to Austin for 6 months, and he's sitting at the bar, and he doesn't know anyone. And then this guy comes in, and he's acting crazy, and it's this guy, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like kissing his ring, kind of thing, like buying him drinks. They're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" My friend's like, "Dude, I got no friends here. I'm gonna become friends with this guy." But then he's like, "Oh shit, my Uber's here. I gotta go." So he walked out. And he's like, hey man, I'm canceling my Uber. And he walked back in the bar and just walked up to that guy. And he's like, hey man, what's up? And then he's like, let me buy you a drink. And then they became friends. And so now my friend hangs out with this guy for the fucking story. And now the story's gotten weird. One time me and Mark Norman hung out with this guy, and Mark had to walk away because he thought the guy was going to kill him because Mark made a Jew joke. It was just fun, you know? It was a fun, goofy Jew joke. It was
And the little Hispanic dude
he stands
was
up
offended by
he
it?
stands up. He goes, "What's up with that? I'm fucking half Jewish." And we're like, "What?" What a twist! Which I don't know if he was, and then Mark's like, "Okay, well, I'll just be over hanging out by the food court or the food truck." And so it was so funny and terrifying at the same time. That guy's scary. Me and Mark had 2 days with him when we hung out. Well, the first day we're like, man, what a blast. This is great. We went to a strip club after hours. We had a good old time. Like, you know, they were bringing us bottles after hours and stuff. We're getting like we're with a drug dealer treatment, you know, which is really nice.
And you have a lot of stripper friends that say you're different and you believe it. So that's fun.
I do, but not here. I didn't know any of these people, you know? And so anyways, and then the second day, this happens, you know. So Mark's over by the food truck, and Mark's still here. This is right before the Jew joke thing. But this guy was telling us how he went to prison, and he starts talking, and we can tell he's getting distracted, right? And then he's like, "I'm sorry, guys, I got distracted." And we're like, "Oh, it's cool, man. Don't worry about it." He goes, "Man, I can't concentrate with that boy pussy sitting out over there." And there was this guy who was bent over. He was like, not bent, he was like sitting forward on the picnic table next to us. And he literally, half of his ass was hanging out. Like he just had like a plumber's crack. And so it was distracting him enough. And he goes, "Yeah, man, it ain't gay. But like, dude, in prison, I'd be like," and he would like, he got
This
up
is the
and
most progressive drug dealer I've ever.
Yeah, it was wild. And we're all just like blown away. Like, holy shit. Okay, cool. That's awesome. But we also like, this is a lot. You're such a character already. You're dropping this on us too. And now it's a lot. And then he was with like two little hot boys. So that was, I get it now. I was like, okay, these must be guys like you bang basically. And it's fucking wild. That guy's nuts.
He was with two little hot guys, like objectively.
Yeah,
that's
like,
just your
like
opinion.
hairless boys. You know what I mean? Like real Twinkies.
You're super into it. Okay.
No, it was fine. It was fine. I was just blown. We were just blown away by this guy. But he was also then. But his whole thing was denying that it was gay. He was denying that it was gay. He was saying it was prison gay, which isn't gay.
It's gay for the stay.
Gay for the stay.
Gay for the stay. I never heard that.
Oh, for the stay in
prison.
prison.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay. I just think that it is hilarious when it's not a dude like that. When it's like the macho. Well, I guess you said he's scary, but I'm talking about like the big, like everything's no homo. Like I can't wear pink without saying no homo. Everything.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Really?
But he was like, he's scary and terrifying. And then then he drops that on us and we're like, okay, still scary and terrifying. But
I mean, it's like weirdly progressive and awesome though that he's, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty Austin fucking gangster.
Yeah, right? It's so specific. It's so weird. Yeah. By the way,
that G in LGBTQ stands for gangster.
I will say I was very proud of myself today, like switching roles, being progressive. Today's Valentine's Day. I don't know if we said we could talk about like what day it is.
Valentine's Day, and it's what time o'clock is it? Time o'clock.
It's 11 p.m. on Valentine's Day.
So you know what we've been doing all night?
Yep.
Recording podcasts.
Sexiest thing you could do.
Hell yeah. Her husband hates her. His wife hates her, and I'm alone.
No, she hates you guys. It's fine.
Perfect.
Oh, God damn it.
What a present for her.
I literally went to the store today and I bought flowers for my husband.
That's adorable.
Why can't the woman buy flowers for the man? He likes the smell of lilacs. I was like, I'm going to get him lilies. I was like, I'm going to get him lilies. And it was hilarious to me because there are a bunch of dudes in the HEB just like sweating profusely, just trying to get the last dregs of flowers.
Oh yeah, you can't go the last day.
Yeah, I mean, it's get your shit together. It was like, I mean,
went the last day once.
No, 7 p.m. on Valentine's Day.
That's when you know you're over it.
Or you are just I mean, I feel like that's a typical dude thing. You could tell these what just happened.
My phone fell. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Act
Keep
normal,
going.
act
Keep going.
normal. It was very fun for me to watch, though. All of these guys just like freaking out, trying to get last minute flowers, and you could kind of tell by what they were getting how much they were into the person.
Oh yeah, or how rich they were, or how much fucked up things they've done. There's a lot of variables here that you're not thinking about here.
That's a man's way of thinking about it. I didn't even think of all that shit.
Well, I gotta get an extra box. I gotta get a bigger box this year because I fucked her friend.
Yeah. Do you think that there are women who have PTSD about gifts from men because they're just like, the better the gift, the worse? Like the dude is already so terrible and his track record is so terrible that they don't even want gifts from him anymore because they know the better the gift, the shittier thing that he probably did.
No, I don't think I would. There's definitely people with PTSD from relationships, but I don't think it's gift related normally, unless it's like I will say one time someone got me some gifts and they could tell that I did not like the gifts, and that gave them a little bit of PTSD, and I didn't like the gifts, so they were right. But then I feel bad about it. It's hard to.
Buying gifts for other adults is the worst. You shouldn't have to do
Very
it.
good at it. So
Is it like personal, like you make the gift or you buy? Nobody wants.
I'm not making.
I feel
gift.
like men.
That's
Okay,
great. What am I, a 6-year-old?
that would be adorable. That's so sweet.
No.
That type of shit is so sweet. By the way, you're laughing at that. I feel like women love that kind of thing. And men are, by the way, are much worse to shop for. Like if you're an adult man past like 30, I think you buy the shit that you want. There's nothing that we can get you. It's got to be an experience. It's got to be like you think you're good at gift giving, but
it's got to be a threesome. Oh, sorry. This podcast is just me really trying to get men what they need.
This is
it's not a threesome. That's not what we're after.
Maybe I'm just super emotional and we're going to fall into these like typical roles, but threesomes are only good with strangers. You don't want to have a threesome with somebody you're super into. Like you want to see your girl with someone else, or like you think it's super fun. It's your girl that you're dating and even another girl, but there are going to be moments where one person is like, hello, I'm here. And you feel left out.
I've had a handful of threesomes in my life. I would.
With strangers or involving a person that you're with?
With both.
When you're involved, I'm imagining that was worse.
No.
Really?
Yeah. I like to think that I'm a pretty open-minded person. I've had threesomes of both types.
Okay.
And all were pretty good. But there were a couple where there was this girl who was involved, and it was me and someone who were like seeing each other, and then this other girl was also involved, and she would always stop and be like, no one's fucking me right now. And I was like, well, I just started fucking her. But I didn't say that. But that's what my brain was. And that's what the girl, and we weren't being like selfish. She was just being like, anytime someone wasn't touching her right then, she was like, what about me? And we're like, what the fuck is happening? This sucks.
I'm surprised it was the third person. See, for me, I'm just like, I'm open-minded. I have fun. Everybody get weird. But like when it's someone I love, then if another girl came in and started kissing my husband on the mouth, I would be like, bitch, please.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been in some.
No, not the fun kind of bitch. Actually, I'd be like, bitch, I'll kill you.
So
I'll murder you.
You wouldn't have a threesome with your husband, or you'd have to be no kissing.
There would have to be so many rules that it would be boring. Like it's not good. No.
Yeah.
What are the rules?
I mean, kissing is like don't. I mean, really, I feel
Kissing's like one of the best parts of sex. I mean, yes, I love coming, but like kissing is so fun.
You get that is so funny. Like I literally had this conversation. This is 100% true on the couch with my husband tonight. I was like,
on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, well, because we had sex right before I came over here, and I was like,
I could smell it on you. That's what that stink was.
I literally I literally said to him, I said, does it make you feel bad that I don't want to like kiss or look in each? I don't even know if I should talk about this. Actually,
I want to hear this. This is too late. Does it make you feel bad that I don't want to look at you, you fucking pig?
Or kiss during sex, but I want to kiss and cuddle after on the couch while we're watching a show. But like, I like just just fucking. Okay. I don't want to be emotional during sex. Like Sting. Does everyone think Sting is lying about his tantric 18-hour sex? No, you are.
I didn't know that about Sting.
You're so full of it, and we stare at each other, and we are naked, and we just stare at each other for hours. It's like, don't you have shit to do? Don't you have to go to the grocery store? What are you talking about? It's just, I don't like to be emotional during sex. I don't know why, because I'm such an emotional person and I want to kiss and make out but during sex, it's just like, just fucking.
Just rail Jamie.
You know, this is why the consent thing that I said on the other episode is going to get so much backlash. But like, yeah, shove me up against a wall, whatever, consensually.
You're going to be the more popular member of this podcast, and I can feel that. But I don't think it's going to be the popularity that you want.
I know this is bad.
You're really setting yourself up for some real creepers.
Wait.
Listen, I'll do whatever it takes to get this fucking podcast popular. And if it's whoring you out to these creeps.
By the way, that's all we're ever doing, right?
Yeah,
it's like we're just the dream is to be the person that doesn't have to do that. But I will say a caveat to what I just said is in the bonds of like 16 years of trust and love and respect.
You've been married for 16 years?
We haven't been married because he took a really long time to ask me.
Yeah.
A really long time. Too long.
Well, if you would have thrown in a threesome, probably would have been quicker.
I don't know. That was the clincher. That would have been what did it. But no, everybody should know. Please don't creep on me.
Don't do it.
Unless you're going to pay for a Patreon membership. And
True.
then
we'll put all of our nudes up. We include nudes of both of us on our Patreon. Yeah. So, check that out. Maybe we'll post it in the comments by the time this episode gets up. So no threesomes with your husband ever. Did you ever do it before?
So we met super young and I am super prude. Like you would be shocked.
So a threesome to you is almost like ideological. That's not a word. But it's almost like,
I know
but
what
you know
you're
what
saying.
I mean? It's almost like the idea of a threesome.
I am the most,
you don't have any actual.
I am the most open-minded, least experienced. So like we had a breakup. I dated and all of my girlfriends said when we were broken up, just the way to get over it is just to sleep with as many people as possible.
That's not true.
I just
done that.
Yeah, I'm not that person. It's no judgment. I'm not against that person. Go for it. Get weird. Everybody do you. If you're like a drug dealer in Austin that likes 2 twinks at a time, go for it. But I just
2 twinks at a time sounds like such a good name for a porn.
It sounds like a treat
it's
to
got
me.
Some
a tasty
alliteration. 2 twinks at a time. It's like pow, pow, pow.
It sounds like an edible
Big
treat
fan.
to me.
Twinkies.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about Twinkies.
Yeah. You are a prude.
I am a prude, but
2 twinks at a time. I love those snacks. Little Debbie.
I mean, did you do school lunch?
Yeah.
Did your school
the free
lunch
kind because I was a broke bitch.
Yeah, so I was embarrassed to admit that I loved all the cool kids brought their brown
they
bag
show
or
up with their fucking note from their mom on the inside and their fucking Capri Suns and Lunchables and fruit roll-ups.
So loved. We get it.
Oh my God, you're so fucking cool.
Someone
and I'm
loves
eating
you.
square pizza that cost $1 that I was too poor to afford, so the school gave it to me for free. And you fucking sit there and judge me while you drink your kiwi strawberry Capri Sun?
There was a lot of the like tone of your voice. It just went up here.
Yeah. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You asshole. I was so jealous of the kids that had the Lunchables too. Those
The
were the real
Lunchables.
fancy kids.
Oh my God.
Have you tried a Lunchable recently? They're
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage.
Well, yes, because we know better. But as a kid, there's no better.
So I changed schools in the 6th grade, and I would eat the school lunch alone in a stall in the bathroom. This is 1,000% true. And I actually kind of liked Taco Day, but they had a little Debbie treat on those. In Utah, they had the Star Crunch.
Love a Star Crunch.
Oh my God, Star Crunch is so good.
Favorite Little Debbie treat.
Star Crunch.
Okay.
Shout out Nutty Buddy.
Oh, I did love the Nutty Buddy.
Nutty Buddy is fun if you eat it by layer.
That's
if you
what I'm
eat it
talking
like
about.
if you don't do it by layer, you're a fucking psychopath. But I have a soft spot for zebra cakes. I just love a zebra cake.
How is a zebra cake different from the other cakes?
It's not.
It's not
It's
at all.
just different colored and shaped like not
white
shaped.
colored.
It's just white and brown colored, or white and black, or whatever. I don't know.
Ebony and ivory.
Yeah, well, zebra. You know.
Okay.
Anyways, finish your story about eating alone in the bathroom because you're so unpopular and unloved. I'm really working these cameras.
I literally, by the way, I feel like people will notice that I am a very like tangents person and ADD. Like I will go off onto a thing. I don't even remember why I started talking about that.
You don't have threesomes with you. And so you eat alone.
How did we get? Oh, being a prude.
Yeah. You're a prude that's in the bathroom alone, eating. You wish they were Lunchable tacos.
I
With a
don't.
Star Crunch.
I don't know how we got to this, but I will say, I just don't. I'm open to everybody and everything, but I just don't have that much experience. And I did grow up in a very like strict
Utah
household, but I rebelled and I did a lot. I feel like my craziest days were in high school, not college.
Okay.
But it was mostly with like experimenting with drugs.
Yeah.
And like in Utah, people would say hooking up, but that just meant like
Making
fooling
out.
around. Well, I fooled around. I fooled around in high school, but
Finger blasted.
we talked about losing our virginity, I think, in episode 1. And if you remember, I was
You lost your virginity,
late bloomer, 19.
19,
Mm-hmm.
to a black guy with a small penis.
No, that was a guy. That was a guy I dated in college, and he broke up with me because he said his mom wouldn't approve of me.
Oh.
No, I lost it to a dear friend of mine.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
memory's
yeah.
bad.
My memory's bad too. And if we repeat ourselves, we can have help
We
from
will,
people
yeah.
yelling at us.
Yeah. If our stories change, just know we're liars.
Yeah, we are
We're lying
liars.
about everything
We will
ever
do
done.
whatever for the likes and follows.
Do you like our show?
Follow me on Patreon for the nudes. Just kidding. That's not ever happening.
Not ever happening. I'm sorry.
It's also not thrilling. It's
But the
A-cups.
non-nude sandwich eating is definitely happening.
Oh.
Yeah, and we will post a video of her eating sandwiches in a stall alone. If you guys want that on the Patreon, you let us know.
At a certain level. And what'll you do?
Nobody-
What are you gonna do?
Whatever you guys want me to
Andrew?
do, I'll do. I've got no shame.
Oh, we both have deep shame.
So yes, but I'll do whatever. So they let me know. I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna be like, Andrew, we want to see you do this. Never.
I'll think of a few
We'll see.
things
Though.
for next time.
We might get a couple of people that are like, hey, I don't know.
Do you know you are a fidgeter?
Oh yeah, it's called a restless leg syndrome, or I don't know what it is. I shake a lot. I do this. My leg hurts. I go like this once in a while.
Old man.
These sweatpants though are fucking wonderful. I wish this is something I could wear every day out.
I wish that Nike was actually. I feel like you're giving them a free plug. This is great. Have you been to
Second word coffee, huh?
Have you been to Shayla?
No.
Oh, sorry. Am I not talking? Have you been to Shayla? It's very, very, very good. Everybody support local Houston
business.
coffee companies if you're in Houston.
Yeah, do it. I prefer Starbucks, but You guys do. I'm going after big brand recognition. I want a real sponsor. I'm kidding. Zila,
Shayla.
That's not how you spell that.
Okay.
No, I'm sure they're great. I've never been.
It's so good. It's
I do
so,
love
so
coffee
good.
though, but I'm more of a cold brew guy. I got it in my fridge. After this, we're gonna go get some coffee before you drive home.
This is
drunk.
going to be stop. That is not what's happening.
Kidding.
I just want everybody, I don't know if anyone can see, but that's how much of a drink I've had.
Look at that
That's first drink.
of this episode.
And it's Pedialyte, right?
It's just Pedialyte, of course.
There was one point in my life where I was drinking so much that I just had Pedialyte in my fridge all the time for no reason.
Oh, so Pedialyte Pops, have you had those?
No.
They're the best. The best hangover thing. 2 pills of Advil before you go to bed. Wake up in the morning, have Pedialyte Pops and pho.
Pho, I will agree with you.
Perfect.
Yes. The popsicle, I'm a grown up and I can just drink my Pedialyte. I don't need to freeze it.
Can't you just have some whimsy and joy in your life?
No.
Just be.
Mostly in the form of threesomes, actually, is how I
That's
do
not
that.
whimsical. There's nothing.
You haven't been. I hook up with exclusive Wiccans,
I
so
love-
it is pretty whimsical to me.
This. So literally, I feel like
If you're not a self-proclaimed witch, I don't think we're talking.
Andrew, of course, that's who you're hooking up with. And Andrew's trying to paint himself as this like free spirit.
I am a free
Like,
spirit, but also
I'm
not
cool,
that,
I'm hip, and she's this like, uptight missionary.
Someone is projecting.
You have been doing that to me, but I will say
You're projecting.
I do drink
Did I do that?
fancy oat milk lattes, which is what everyone would expect from me, right?
Yeah, you pumpkin spice cunt.
No, not pumpkin spice. I don't drink pumpkin spice.
Okay.
I'm proud to say that I don't drink pumpkin spice. So I'm a punk rock bitch. I don't drink pumpkin spice.
You're wearing a coffee shirt.
I know. Just listen.
Well, also, am I painting you as a boring person? Because I hope not.
You're
And
paint-
if you are feeling that, then I'll stop right
No,
now.
not as boring, but as like I don't want people out there who are calling in with their issues to think that I'm judging them. I don't give a fuck what anybody does. I just want to be mostly
Adored by everybody.
that,
But I want that too.
but also not. I don't care what anybody does with their life as long as they're not bothering me. I don't want people to think that I am this conservative like psychopath. That is not me. Just because I'm not fucking witches in threesomes.
I don't do that. Okay, I've done it. But listen, I don't think people are thinking that. I think I am probably, maybe not now. I don't know. I wonder who is more in the norm. Who's more in the norm right now? Would it be you or me? My lifestyle or your lifestyle? Is
For
my
sure
of being
you.
like, yeah, I'm more in the norm. You think?
1,000.
I think that's what you would think, or someone who is in the norm probably thinks that, oh, the world's going crazy. They're all fucking banging and witching and fucking threesomes and orgies and having a blast, and that's what the world is. But I would say 90% of America, or probably the rest of the world, is actually not doing any of that. And I would argue that 90% of the world has not had a threesome.
But this goes back to what I was saying before. 90% of the world is also not the other, whatever the opposite of that is. Like most people are just like not super uptight, not super, they also have to like live their life. I think most people are just like going through it, just trying to drink water and skateboard and live,
Yeah. You just bringing that last episode up?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Most people are just,
I hope he's still around.
oh my God. Most people though are just like, we're all just trying to live.
I'm with you. I think we are. Everyone's trying to get by.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to live.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta stay distracted with fun things.
Yeah, being silly.
Being
eating
silly.
Eating Cinnabons at the mall with Satanists and, threesomes and oat milk and I don't know. Foursomes.
Fivesomes.
What? But it doesn't even have
Where
to be
does it
sex.
end? It could be sixsomes.
Those could be friends, and you could be going to the movies.
That's
Isn't
true.
that wholesome?
That's true. I used to do a podcast about partying, and I would have people on it that were like, I don't drink or do drugs. I'm like, it's not about that. It's more about like the idea of partying. Like your party could be going to the movies with friends. Your party could be choir practice or drama club. That's what it could be.
Did you do? I feel like you brought up choir again because you want
I am a choir boy.
You're like that. What's the character on SNL
Mama made me.
where she's like, "Don't make me sing. I can't sing," and
Want me to
all
sing?
she wants
I'll
to
sing
do.
on our Patreon if we can raise enough money.
Ooh,
I'll say
there we
that.
go. That's what
Here
we
we
want.
go. Pick a song. I'll sing it. I'll learn it.
Wait, can I pick the song?
I'm kidding. That's not my real voice, Bobby.
That was like Kermit singing.
Yeah, I would do Kermit versions of songs. No, I can sing a little bit. I do some karaoke. I have a good time. My pipes are rusty, at the very least rusty. But I'll do all right. I'll sing a song for you, not
Okay.
you.
I know. By
This
the
is
way,
for the people.
should we-
and
should-
for a good amount of money. I'm not doing it for fucking nothing, dude. But if you get me drunk at a karaoke bar, you can sing for free.
are we going to talk about the shit talking, or is that
What shit talking?
I mean, I don't know if
Oh yeah. This is fun. This is fun.
it
It is
fun?
Valentine's Day. If you're cool with it, I'm cool with it.
yeah.
I can't stop burping. What is going on?
I just don't think we should name people by name.
No names. I think it's fun. It is Valentine's Day. We have, you know what? I think we should feed into it a little bit because I'm going to tell everyone we spent Valentine's Day together.
Well, we did spend Valentine's
I'm
Day
not
together.
going to lie to people, but
a
they
threesome.
seem
Me, you,
and Ben.
and Ben.
Ooh. Ben is a generous lover.
And honestly,
Thank you.
You and Ben
Look similar.
have a similar vibe.
I know.
Let's go.
Ugh, would be weird to have sex with the same person as you.
You need to like get
Together.
longer
That
hair.
would be weird.
Yeah, I feel like we could just use a mirror and then do it separately.
The long hair works, to separate us, which is nice.
There
It
we
is. You got
go.
long hair. Yeah,
And blue
I got a
eyes.
grayer beard. I think I might be a little taller. I can't tell from here, but I've never really paid attention. Now I'm sizing him up.
6'1", baby.
Oh, okay.
This has got to
6'2".
stop.
What? The moving?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna stop moving. Get out of my life.
I mean, honestly, it's insane what's happening right now.
What do? Do you just sit still?
Yeah, it's all happening here.
No. I'm fidgeting all the time. My fucking joints hurt.
It's good for circulation.
Yeah, good for circulation. I don't want my legs to fall off from the diabetes I probably have. I don't know. I don't go to the doctor unless something bad's happening.
Do you have health insurance?
Yeah.
You don't go to the doctor?
I mean, what are they going to tell me? I got cancer? I don't want to find that out.
By the way,
You got cancer. What do I do for money? And then he'll be like, I don't know. And then I'll be like, how much do I owe you? They'll be like, $8 million. And I'll be like, go fund me. And then everyone will be like, what? I thought you were successful. I don't want to give you any money. And then I don't want to give me money. And then I'll be also broke, but I won't be able to work. And
No,
everyone
you
will
do
also
what
be like,
everyone does.
"Hey." And then I'll die.
no, this is America. You get a lot of debt and then never pay it. Die in your cozy, comfy bed of debt. You just get all the treatment and then just run away to a different state.
I don't
like
think
a
that's
normal
how it works. I think
person.
eventually they go, we're not going to do this unless you start paying.
Really? You think that they turn you down? You show up for chemo with your big sad blue eyes, and they say, and you just bat
I
your
do
lashes.
have sad blue eyes.
I know. Go
It's
bat
pretty
your
good.
little lashes, and they say no chemo for you today.
It's like the soup Nazi. No chemo for you. No chemo for you.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
Yes,
being
but
the-
that's exactly what they fucking do. America sucks.
What if you? I mean, you could.
They have to give you they have to give you like emergency treatment. But like when I had COVID, I did not have insurance. Right?
You just act.
I walked into the hospital and I was like I was in rough shape. And I go, luckily I had some money, and they're like, hey, you got COVID. And I go, okay, cool. And I was hurting. And I go, okay, cool. What do we do? And they're like, okay, well, we're going to give you the shot. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And I was like, cool. How much is it going to be? They're like, well, you don't have insurance, so it's going to be $1,500. And I go, so what happens if I don't take these shots? They're like, well, it could get pretty bad. You're already not doing well, and you're at risk because you're a fat, retarded person. And then I go, okay, I'll do it because I have to do it. I don't want to die, And then as they were like shooting me up, I go, so what do you guys do if someone just doesn't have $1,500? Because I think a lot of people just don't have $1,500 to be like, here's $1,500. They got rent, they have things like that. What do you do in that aspect? And they're like, we just send them home. And I was like, what the fuck, man? This is so fucked up because there's guaranteed there's someone that went to that fucking same exact place. They got fucking $1,500 charge. They're like, I can't afford that. I got to go home. They went home and they fucking died. That shit happened.
Wait, but I've been to the ER and I never get a bill till after, like 2 weeks later, it comes in the mail and I'm like, I'm not paying this.
Yeah, but do you have insurance?
So I've had and not had insurance when this.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I'm pretty sure, and if I think back, I don't think I ever paid it. Aren't people just scamming the system?
I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. There's definitely been medical bills that I did not pay. Another COVID thing, it was weird one time. So that's the first time I went to COVID hospital. Went again later on, like 3 weeks later when I hadn't gotten better. And I went and I thought I was going to die.
You had COVID for that long?
I had it for a long time. I lost 20 pounds. It was awesome. No, it was scary. I was coughing up blood. I got pneumonia. Terrifying ordeal. Went to the hospital. I thought I was having a heart attack, but I had just been sick so long that even though I was drinking Pedialyte and all water nonstop, my body was just done. Like I was so dehydrated that like all my muscles, everything started seizing up. And in the hospital, I fell out of my chair onto the ground. I was terrified. It was real terrifying shit.
COVID, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, right?
This is really light.
That's why I'm still the only one I know who still gets vaccinated. I'm like, I got the newest vaccine, and I feel like all my friends are like, pussy.
How many shots deep are you?
I don't know. Give me more. Give me the next one. I don't care. Give me as many as you can. I think I'm 5 in. Or whatever I got the newest one just a couple weeks ago.
Do you get the flu shot too?
Oh, I got the flu shot and the vaccine at the same exact time. And
have you always gotten the flu shot?
No, that's silly. That's crazy. No, I never did. But I did when I got the COVID shot, and that fucked me up bad. But anyways, for whatever reason, I don't know if COVID, they just weren't charging during COVID because of COVID things. But they didn't even they're like, cool, you're good to go. And I just walked out. I didn't fucking have to sit down and be like, here's my ID, here's my address, here's how much money I make. Please don't eat me alive. It's all so fucked up. I hate the medical system. We all know this. So I don't even want to talk about it. But it's so crazy because they're like, do you have insurance? And they're like, yes, if you say you have insurance. They're like, okay, cool. This shot costs $15,000 or whatever. This operation or this whatever costs $15,000 if you're insurance. Or do you not have insurance? No, I don't have insurance. And they're like, okay, well, it's going to cost $3,000 out of pocket. And you're like, why is it fucking different at all? What's the fucking difference? Yeah, fuck it. You can't stick it to the fuck insurance companies. I get that. But they're sticking it to the insurance companies, so they're sticking it to us. And that's why these fucking rates are so goddamn high. This is the oldest man rant this is so stupid. But this is so dumb. Sorry I went off on that tangent. But fuck them all.
Okay. I feel like you got
I turned 80 years old.
You really did that. Like when you said the rent is too goddamn high. What did you say?
I don't know. I blacked out and turned into my grandpa. That's what happened. I don't know what happened, I left this realm. My grandfather came into my body just to bitch about prices.
You know what caused that blackout is that 5th COVID shot.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it'll do.
Yeah. Well, it's also
after
made me
you should
impotent.
have stopped after 3.
Yeah, I can't come anymore.
Well, that's not good.
I know.
Everybody, you heard it here first. Andrew says don't get any more COVID shots.
Pfizer will fuck with your geyser.
Wow. Did you just come up with that right now? That's actually not bad.
Not bad for a quick, I'm on
That
tonight.
was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that. I'm impressed. By the way, probably nobody gives a shit, but I did have a little like finger condom on my finger the first episode, and I just want to say that that's from the ER when I had a life and death experience when my finger got infected from my nail breaking. So I just want
I think you were right when when you said I don't think anyone gives a shit.
it's my life.
About your finger, boo boo.
My life.
I just talked about how I was having a heart attack
Yeah.
in the fucking ER. I fell out of my chair. I had pneumonia. I thought I was dying. And then you go,
hard.
I had a finger condom because I had a boo boo.
I just want to say my life is hard. It's so hard. And my finger hurt a little bit. It was slightly uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh.
So it's really hard.
How did you ever hold a latte mocha?
I know, it was very difficult. I think I went like maybe a day without my oat milk latte.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's been tough for me too. I just want you to know that I can relate to you.
I can relate to you because if I go to Starbucks, I order a skinny mocha.
You really do?
Yeah.
That's so
cute. They
cute.
stopped making it. And they go, all we can do now is skim milk mocha. And I go, that's fine. But I'm still going to call it a skinny mocha.
That's what that is.
Well, they don't call it a skinny mocha anymore.
Yeah, that person was giving you that.
Nope. None of them call it skinny mocha anymore.
That person was having a hard day. It's not everyone. That's that person.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like
I did give him my name as Andrew, and he called it out. He goes, "Fat guy? Is there a fat guy who wants a skinny mocha?" And I was like, "Oh, are you talking to me?"
I get embarrassed the other way. Like if I go and have something that's like super obnoxious and like extra caramelly and they call it out and they're like this and they list all the things that I ordered really loudly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just walk out. I won't even go pick it up. I'm too ashamed.
You paid for it already, you psycho.
It's like when you see someone that you know when you're at McDonald's, and you don't want to be seen there.
Here's the thing about that is they're there too.
I know that is true.
Anytime you see someone in a weird spot, you're like, well, this fucking guy's here too. I've been at a sex shop before and I saw someone there and I was like, what are you getting? What are you getting? They're there. They're not telling on you. You're not telling on them.
It's true. It's the logic we used. We signed my mother-in-law up when she was in town for Bumble in Houston. And she was like, I don't want people to know that I'm on here. And I was like, but they're on there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
By the way, if anybody has a great dad or somebody in the age range of like 55 to 65 that wants to take my mother-in-law on a date and you're a gentleman.
55, you say?
55 to 65, call 832-744-9492.
Is that her phone number?
And leave a voicemail. Leave a voicemail for us saying, title it, this isn't an issue we need solved. We just want to date your mother-in-law.
I like that.
Yeah.
Call it. Date her mom. Let's go to a call. We got a good call today. I haven't heard it yet. I just know it's long and a drunk guy and possibly someone who's related to this podcast.
Hey, love the idea. This is fucking sick, and I absolutely need this to be anonymous. But, I would love to hear y'all's take on something that I do that is extremely questionable, and kind of got me in a fucked up spot. But about a year ago, I was spray painting illegally.
Spring cleaning?
Routes.
Spray painting.
And hooked some trains and ran away from cops, and it caught a court case. After about a year of going to court for this shit, my last court date was about a month ago, and I just told my lawyer, like, I give up. Tired of doing this. I just don't give a shit anymore. And my lawyer was like, but he was like, oh, you can't do that. You've already paid me, and I've already done all this time. But kind of my mentality of it was like, at this point, like, I've lost so much money going and sitting in court for 3 to 4 hours every 3 months for a year that, like, I'd rather take the warrant because it's actually at this point cheaper. So, all that shit, like, kind of removed, if either of y'all did graffiti and unhooked a train, what would y'all do with this? Would you just kind of continue to let the system fuck you, or do you give up like I did? Can't wait to hear the response. Love you guys. Have a great night.
All right. This is something we are totally not qualified for. That's kind of messy. I get it. That's a weird thing. I've been to jail before, and it's not fun. So I totally get it. First off, you fucked up. You got caught. That's not good. I wish you would have included what the charges were. What is Ben, can you try to search real quick while we're talking to see what the charges are for unhooking a train? Because I think I'm for some reason I think that charge will be more than the graffiti charge.
For sure, because it can cause like danger.
Unhooking a train just from another train?
I don't even understand how you have the if you're just one person, how do you even have the physical strength?
I think it's just a fucking little like.
And what does it mean to take a warrant?
Oh God, you are so privileged.
I am. He's trying to. I have to be who I am.
No. He's just saying, should he just take the charge and deal with it? Because in my mind,
you plead
guilt. You're just
or
like,
no
I just want to be. Yeah,
no
I just want to be
contest.
done with it. He's like, I'm sick of going to court. Like, I totally get that because I've been to court for things where I'm like, I have to go back again. I got to go back again. This has got dismissed 7 times. I got not dismissed, but like fucking whatever. The cop didn't show up. The lawyer didn't show up. The fucking blah 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 blah. It goes like forever. The system's so fucked. Just like the medical system. Don't get me started.
No, we're both lucky.
But,
so actually, with my jail thing, it happened when I was like just no help from family, nothing. I think I told you I called my mom from jail. I asked for bail money and she was like, when you're ready to tell me what you really did, I'll come get you. Like, but I thought when I went to my court date after, I was shocked. Like they were, whatever, the public defender was begging me to choose no contest because they don't want to actually help or do anything.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, okay, I'm showing up here. A lot of the people here, let's say they have an hourly job that they're missing hours from. Let's say their car was impounded like mine and they have to pay the fee for the impound lot. And then every day their car is in the impound lot, they have to pay a fee, which is what I had to do.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, miss hours of work because they have to show up to court. I mean,
lose your job, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's literally like, and every single day that goes by, you're digging yourself more into a deep, deep hole. It sounds like this has gone on. Him fighting it is even more expensive than pleading no contest, but ultimately you're digging yourself into this deep, deep hole, and people who have money don't have to worry about that, right? So it seems the system is completely unfair already. And I think like fighting it and standing up to it, if you can, is good, but
you gotta love beating a case or sticking it to the man.
It does feel good.
Gotta feel good. But I also get your point. You gotta go fucking get there and do that. But here's the thing. He said 3 hours every 3 months, and then I was like, that's not that much. So I thought, at first I was like, every month,
expensive.
that's a lot. Yeah. Of course. Lawyers are expensive. You got to do that. I wonder if, he said he's already paid him, so he's not a public attorney, defender or whatever. Man, that's tough. Guess it just depends on, talk to your attorney. We are very unqualified for this one.
But you know what the worst charge is? It's running away. This is what, I don't know if you ever watched Cops. I don't think that's the
worst charge.
Why the hell do people run? They're gonna catch you.
I ran from the cops once.
That's so dumb.
I ran from the cops a few times.
It's so dumb.
Oh.
If they're not already, if you're like at a party and there are tons of people and you can scatter I've done that.
Every time I've ran from the cops, I did not get caught by the cops.
Really?
And it's been 4 times in my life I ran from the cops. One time I was drunk on the school premises, and I was making out with this girl in the playground. We were having fun. I was also playground age, just to throw that out there.
Clarify.
We were both in high school. We made out in one of those the tunnels, on a playground. Like we crawled into that one of the tunnels.
The twisty slide?
like that, but it was just like a straight tunnel, you know? And so we crawl in there and we make out, and then we both kind of pass out because we're pretty drunk, you know? And then we wake up and there's cops searching the playground for drunk people, and they walk right past us, and then they don't see us at all. And then we get out and we just fucking run as fast as we can. And so did not get caught then.
That isn't running away from the cops.
I ran from
They
the
didn't
cops.
even
They
know
did
you.
after
They
we
never
saw.
knew you existed.
No, they knew. There wouldn't have been there. One time, my brother was driving a car, and my dad made my brother hang out with me. He was older, and him and his friends wanted to TP a house, and I was like, I'll fucking do it with you. I don't care, you know. And so I do it with them, and we TP this teacher's house. We green sheet the lawn, which is the worst part, is where you take all the green sheets you get at Walmart, you just rip them up, and you just fucking throw them all over the lawn and everything. Just a bitch to clean up, you know? And especially when it's humid in Texas, all that shit falls apart. It's just a real pain in the ass. And so anyways...
real tough guy. You.
Listen, I was hanging out with my older brother. This is all on him. This is not me because, anyways, we're driving. We've been drinking a little bit. We run.
No, I'm making fun of you. Those are like the wimpiest crimes I've ever heard of.
I know. I didn't say I fucking murdered somebody. I wouldn't put that on a podcast if I murdered anybody. But
did you murder someone?
no, I didn't. But anyways, we run a red light. A cop pulls up behind us, turns on the flashers, and we're like, oh shit. But we're like 2 blocks ahead, and we're like right near my friend's neighborhood. And we pull in, and then we pull in, like we like speed down a block, and then we pull into his driveway, and we shut off all the lights, and we all scooted down in the car, and the cop just went right past us.
Just like holding your breath.
Oh yeah, just hoping we weren't gonna get caught, and that was cool. And then one time I ran from the cops, and then I turned myself in.
You turned yourself in?
I was at a party. I answered the door. It was the police, and I.
Oh, we talked about this. I think
Maybe.
we talked about this one.
It's possible, but I ran, and we're out in the middle of nowhere. I'm running as fast as I can, and there's like a horse fence at this level. I fucking clotheslines me, knocks me out completely. And then I come to a couple minutes later, and I see all my friends are like in a circle, like not arrested, but like detained, you know? And so all my friends and the cops are like yelling at them, like, you kids shouldn't be drinking. We're calling all your parents. We're doing all this. And then I realized that I'm at a house in the middle of I'm at a house that's like 14 miles away from my house. And I have no fucking way to get back unless I fucking I didn't have a cell phone. I had nothing at the time.
And then you lived in the woods for 7 years.
I put my hands up and I go, I give up. And I started walking towards, and they put the flashlight at me, and they're like, what's your name? And I'm like, it's Andrew Youngblood. I'm so scared. That's what I was thinking. I didn't say that, but I was like, they're like, Youngblood, Andrew Youngblood? Oh, we got a smart ass. Oh, give us your real name. I go, that's my real name. And then everyone's like, it's his real name. I'm like, don't shoot me. And it's terrifying.
Is this in Buffalo, by the way?
Oh, no, this was at a party in a place called Hammondsport, New York, which is like a small town outside.
But is it like cold? You're in the snow.
There was no snow at this point. This was a summertime party or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's that kind of area.
I just love the idea of you trying to survive.
The Finger
Lakes.
Lakes.
All right.
The Finger Lakes.
Beautiful area of the country, everyone. Go visit
it. It is very pretty. I'm going back, and not by the time this podcast is out, so...
For comedy.
I'm going to Rochester, New York, baby.
By the way, we were supposed to be helping someone. We like veered off track.
Oh, I forgot. That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
I think.
That's true.
But,
it's true.
But take advice from your lawyer, not from us on this one. This is a law question, but it does suck. I get it. But ultimately, you got to be coming to an end. After you've done 4 or 5 times, you got to be towards the end. At this point, they might just fucking drop it or something.
But you also have to be careful taking advice from the lawyer because he has every incentive to have you keep paying him. So take it with a grain. Listen to what your lawyer says about the case, but take it with a grain of salt.
I will say, but some lawyers, it depends. That was a good point, actually. Great point. But a lot of lawyers will take... Like they're like, I'll take the case for $2,000 or $5,000, and that's from beginning to end. So if it's one of those situations, you already paid the lawyer and you don't have to pay him more. Fucking ride it out, brother.
So I do have some information, and hopefully don't take this at absolute face value, but it says if it's railroad vandalism, if there's nobody hurt or property damage doesn't exceed $250 or $1,500, there's no consequence unless that happens. If someone gets hurt or damage exceeds 250, that's a Class A misdemeanor. A 1,500 is a Class C felony. So you would need to do a lot of damage or hurt
Spray
somebody.
paint doesn't sound like a lot of damage
No.
to me.
All right, I'm ready to represent you. I'm not a lawyer, but I am Jewish, and I am ready to help. I feel like I would just go say that in court, pound my fist a few times, like, Mussolini, and just.
It was ugly.
Yeah.
You made it prettier, probably. I wish you shared what you drew.
Ooh, that's really good, because then you could claim that it was like, beautification
That's
of
true.
your community. Just really make you into an activist or a hero. I really am ready to go fight for you.
Yeah, man. I think ride it out. If you got to pay the lawyer more, I totally get your reasoning not to, because it sounds like it's not going to be that much of a fine. Class A misdemeanor, that's fucking nothing, buddy. You probably got time served on that at this point.
This is kind of a genuine response, but just when I'm going through something shitty, I think in my head, how much can I will set a boundary for myself that I'm like, this is as much as I can do. Whenever I get to that point, I'm just going to set a point in my head. Whenever I get to that point, then I'm going to be done. So just maybe say exactly how much you want to spend, or exactly how much or maybe give it a time frame. I'm willing to give this till the end of this summer, or whatever it is. Set that in your head, and then once that time comes, stick to what you decided and just be done. And just be chalking the rest up as a loss or as a win or as whatever.
Also, you're an artist. Can you bring your sketch pad and can you work from court, or does that look bad?
Or just maybe paint something, maybe flirt with the judge, paint her something.
Draw what's happening in court, become a sketch artist, new career.
Oh my God.
Boom. Why didn't we think of that before?
This is amazing. You have a whole new life ahead of you. Get excited.
Yeah, and then that judge will be fucking recognized for helping out abandoned youth, obviously. And I don't know what to do, man. Just really, I just think I think you ride it through. If you don't have to pay him anymore, ride it through. You're at the end of it. Eventually, this is what happens with 90% of court cases. I feel like is you get in trouble, and then you fucking ride it out for fucking a year of court. Go blah blah blah. You go back and forth, and then whatever they got you charged with now, they drop it like 5 things, and then you're gonna get a menacing charge or a graffiti or like a vandalism charge, which will be like, we're gonna fine you $200 for cleanup, and that's it. So yeah, it does suck. I get it. I always think it's funny when someone hires a lawyer to get out of a parking ticket. I'm like, dude, just fucking pay the ticket, you crazy person.
Yeah, I mean, pay the ticket though. Pay the ticket. I agree. We just start a new life as a sketch artist and
hop on the next train. Don't graffiti it. Get a satchel. Hop on the next train. Go to Sacramento. I hear it's nice. And
become a hobo. Ride the rails.
Yeah, that sounds good too.
Yeah.
I might go do that after this. No? Okay. I'm doing it alone. I thought you were going. You're saying wrap it up, but I thought you were like, let's go, all of us. Let's ride the rails. Ride the rails. Ride the rails. I thought we were all chanting.
Next time you start a chant, I'll join in. I'm sorry, I feel bad.
No more threesomes. No more threesomes.
Oh yeah,
you can get behind that. All right, cool. I hope we helped. I don't know if we did. This is the one I feel like the most useless on, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but it's also like some of them have been more intense. Yeah, he's gonna be okay.
You're gonna be fine. For sure. I'll see you at a bar later this week.
Unfortunately, he needs specific legal advice, which
yeah. We're more like big idea issues,
I'll give specific legal advice. I'll act like I'm good at things that I'm not good at if it'll make people like me.
I'm not sure if it will. but
Please?
you're likable. People like you anyways.
Come on.
Regardless, I think the less advice we give, the more likable we are. The more we talk on this podcast, the more I've realized we are not likable.
That's
people.
in life too.
Yeah.
That's not just
the more
here.
we talk, the less I like myself, the less I like you. But I do enjoy doing this podcast so far.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and before we go, I do want to remind everybody again about our Tuesday show at Boondocks, 1417 Westheimer, 10 p.m. every single Tuesday, the same day that these podcast episodes are coming out. Please come out. We'll be there. Bring us some problems if you want them. It's gonna be a stand-up show. It's not this show, just so you know. But we will take your problems. Our phone number will be posted everywhere. We'll talk. We might talk up front and maybe work some shit out with you. Who knows? But come say hi. And please come follow us on all the other bullshit at the Mess Hall Pod on just about everything. And then you can follow me at No Youngblood on everything. Please go to my website, andrewyoungblood.com. I will update the dates on it soon. And hopefully they're up to date by now and you can buy some tickets and come out and see me. And Jamie, where can everyone find you? And what do you got going on?
On Instagram at the Jamie Rowan, TheJamieRowan. I post all my shows there. And I haven't mentioned it before right now, but I'll also mention my website, JamieRowanComedy.com. And sometimes it's updated. So
I know, I really got to do that.
Yep.
Or get someone to do it for me.
Instagram. But, I want to sound cool, so go to my website, and it might be updated.
Hell yeah. Come check out our websites that are not updated.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. We got a Patreon coming if it's not out already. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Please stay tuned. Please keep listening. Please call 832-744-9424. Nope, hold on. It's 832-744-9492. Leave us some messes. And,
we might help, but we probably won't.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Thanks for listening. Bye.